Y'all thought the World Series was longer last night because last night it was so damn long. Yeah, it was super darn long. Holy crap. And on a cracker. Yeah, it's just like Penny from the Big Bang Theory, right? Well, I seen a post that says on MLB Euro, well, 7 hours and 20 minutes. That was 2018. 18 innings. Same thing last night. Tied in 18 innings. Yep, that's what the Dodgers won against the AL East teams until it was 6 hours and 39 minutes. Yep, because of the pitch clock crap that nobody's a fan of. Yeah, I'm not a fan of pitch clock. They need to get rid of this. Same with the Ghost Runner. And by the way, sorry about that. And here's the starting pitcher tomorrow. Trey Yesavage against Blake Snell. The rematch from Game 1. Yep. There'll be a Game 1 rematch. And by the way, MLB did excellent without a Ghost Runner in this postseason. I'm glad he did that. And Rob McClown, wherever you're doing, keep it out of it. If not, you're gonna have a big problem with this in the regular season. You need to be fired. All right, Rob McClown, Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, Roger Goodell, Gary Bettman, and Don Gruber are the worst commissioners in professional sports. Don Gruber from MLS, Gary Bettman NHL, Roger Goodell NFL. We knew that, and will be Rob McClown, I like to call him, WNBA Kathy Engelbert, and Adam Silver of the NBA. Now, the stats are out. Here we go again. Shane Bieber is undefeated, 2-0. 5.1 inning pitch, 4 hits allowed, 3 errors, 3 strikes, and 3 walks allowed. Against Ohtani, that went 1 loss. His 2-game winning streak of the postseason snapped. 6 inning pitch, 6 hits allowed, 4 errors, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk allowed. Yep. And now the batting stats right there. And not so bad for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. He went 2 for 4. Then Addison Barger went 2 for 5. He only hit a 2-run bomb in the 3rd inning, which I'll tell you about the clip because I can't show it to you because MLB knows they'll take it down. And plus, with the YouTube kids, they need to get rid of that. Ever since Susan Wojcicki, they need to get rid of that. It's been 6 years passed by ever since it started it, alright? They need to get rid of that. Oh, protect our kids. We're content creators, not babysitters. Alright? Back to baseball. 2 ribbies. Yeah, he got 1 walk and 1 strikeout. By swing and a miss, 1 Ks. Except Barger did the same thing, but 1 ribby, 2 hits out of 5. Not bad. Bo Bichette went 1 for 4. But Ernie Clement went 2 for 4 with Vladdy Guerrero Jr. 1 ribby, 1 strike. But here's the thing. Alejandro Kirk went 0 for 4. Along with Isaiah Kenner-Falefa, Ty Francis on the pinch hit, and Miles Straw all went 0 for 1. But Nathan Lukes is not having a bad game. He went 2 for 3. Only 1 run to score, and everybody played well except Barsha went 1 for 5. Everybody else got strikeouts. We'll look at the stats. Andres Jimenez went 1 for 3, only a run and a ribby. Only 1 strikeout. Now with the Dodgers hitting stats. Shohei Ohtani, he went good last night. Tonight, back to his own self. He went 0 for 3 tonight with Enrique Quique Hernandez. Andy Baez, he went 0 for 2 with Call. 0 for 2. Yeah, he went 0 for 2. That's pretty terrible. But everybody else got a few strikeouts. Teoscar Hernandez went 1 for 3 in a run. Same with Max Muncy, Tommy Edman. But Mookie Betts went 1 for 4. And not having a bad day, it's gotta be Freddie Freeman. He went 2 for 4. Will Smith went 0 for 4. So here are the stats: 7 strikeouts allowed, and that was Shea Beaver struck 3 of them out. But we'll look at the pitchings. 4 walks on 2 ribbies. Well, the final score was 6 to 2. You're seeing right there. 6 out of 31 hits. And by the way, guys, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. has surpassed Jose Bautista and Joe Carter as an all-time single-season Blue Jays home run leader in this record. But Alejandro Kirk has 5, and he's going to catch Teoscar Hernandez because of the MVP candidate race is still there. And only 2 runs were all in it. But they're same thing. But 9 strikeouts allowed. Only 3 walks. 11 out of 38 for Toronto. They just woke themselves up from the ghost. Now, their pitchings. 3 strikeouts. And we told you that stats. Shohei Ohtani has Shohei Ohtani. Well, Shea Beaver goes first. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks allowed. But 6 strikeouts for Ohtani, 1 home run allowed. And that was Vladdy Guerrero Jr. But 1 walk allowed by Banda, 2 errors, 2 runs allowed, 1 hit allowed, only in a half 2.2 inning pitched. But 1 strikeout belonged to Flaherty. Bassett has 2 strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed. Verlander in the 9th inning, 1 strikeout, 1 walk allowed, 1 error, 1 run, and a hit allowed. But here's another one. Dreyer went 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and also 2 hits allowed. Trenton had 2 hits allowed. None of them don't have good stats tonight. Runs, errors, walks allowed, strikeouts, and home runs allowed. So here he is. 9 strikeouts over 4 on Toronto. Dodgers over the Blue Jays. 4 walks allowed over 3 for the Blue Jays over the Dodgers. And then 11 hits over 6 hits by the Dodgers. And there's the inning pitch. Now the scoring summary. Yadier Hernandez hit a sacrifice fly to the right, and Max Muncy just scored. Now, tonight was the big night for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. on Shohei Ohtani. Kabow. He just launched it up 395 feet. And then after 13 minutes, single to the left, and Marshall just scored, and Clement to third. And then France grounded out to second. Clement just scored, and then Jimenez to second. That was in the 7th inning on the same innings. And then Bichette just singled to the left. Jimenez scores, and then Guerrero went to third. They're all the same thing as the first top, and then to the bottom. And then there's another one right there. Barger singled to the left. Guerrero scored. Junior scored, and Bichette to second. And then Edman just grounded it out to third, but Teoscar Hernandez just scored. And the final score was 6-2. So now here is the game cast before I get to the results on tonight's game. I mean, tonight was a night that the Blue Jays finally woke themselves up after last night was a long, long night. And you thought Clayton Kershaw shut him down? They did when the bases were loaded and 2 outs in the 12th inning. I'm sorry, in the 12 or 13th inning. Well, we just tell you the stats right there. And Bieber's the winner. Ohtani is the loser tonight. And we told you this one is total bases 15/7 by the Blue Jays, and their runners lob on 9/7. and the Blue Jays took that win on hitting stats. Now the strikeouts, and now the pitching stats. 9 strikeouts over. Yeah, we told you that. 98 strikes over 77 on Toronto. We told you the hits allowed, and there's the walks, 4 over 3 on the Blue Jays. So this series has now been tied 2 games apiece, and we're headed to Game 5 tomorrow night. One team will go up 3 games to 2, and one team will go down 2 games to 3, because they're going back to Toronto. This is the last home game in Dodger Stadium, so time is running out, and this is gonna be the end before everybody's going to be back in Toronto, and plus the Hotel Marriott, Rogers Center. That is the expensive hotels, and the ratings are out. Speaking, here is the first one: the 13,305,000 viewers were on Game 1. Fox Deportes. I always watch Fox Deportes. My family watched Univision and Fox Sports streaming service for the World Series Game 1. Marketing the second most watched in Game 1 the Fall Classic since 2018. Yes, trailing only last year's historic Yankees and Dodgers matchup. That was a great one. And then Fox had 12,258,000 viewers tuned in for Game 1, making it the second most watched World Series since 2019. Yes, after I graduated high school that year. Class of 2019. Yes. Nats and Astros, 12,271,000 viewers. And there is the peak, 9:15 and 9:30 in my time. And then Game 2, right there, still the same, but only trailed by the Nats and Astros. And they're giving up the Minnesota Timberwolves jersey, the NBA. There you go, Burkhardt, Ortiz, Rodriguez. Rodriguez still owns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's right. But Magic's still not happy about that. You saw that. And then Jeter with Minnesota Timberwolves. Even though Derek Jeter only follows baseball more than basketball. And those ratings were out. MLB did really, really wealthy on that. I don't see the reaction of Game 5, and hang on, before we get out of here, guys. Alex Curry, she follows the Dodgers, so very, very wealthy, and this is last night. And I forgot to mention this. Alex, you're making me nauseous. This is last night. Bleeping Freddy. Yeah. And then Jeff Passan. Let's go to Jeff Passan on this one. This is from an hour ago. If George Springer is going to play tonight, the perfect opportunity is afoot. The Blue Jays have chased Shohei Ohtani to 7 and have runners on second and third. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, IKF, is on deck. Can hit Springer for him, and Manny for others defensively to replace him at second base. And yeah, and here's the response on that. Springer is the only hit of absolute need, I think. Well, if he gets back tomorrow, then we'll have to see how wealthy it's gonna go. If he could stay healthy, let's see if MJ Agostardis responded. No, she hasn't responded about the last night's Dodgers game. Only last night she did. Rachel Nichols, who's now on Fox Sports. This was last night. Freddie Freeman, this man is never going to buy another meal in LA after what he did in last year's LA World Series. But now his grandchildren will eat her. Yeah, I could say that, but I could see that still. Vladdy Cordero Jr. But let me find it, because if not there, oh heck. That's funny. That's funny. A Dodgers and Clark. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And there's the stats right there. Yeah, he surpassed it. Again, I won't be surprised Alejandro Kirk is gonna catch his resume. We'll have to see. Because it just went off the bunkers. So game 3 is tomorrow night at the same time. Last one at Dodger Stadium. Who will be up 3-2? Who will go down 2-3? Because it's going to be Halloween on Friday nights. Game 6. Game 7 is if necessary. So we're going to have a game 6 once again for the first time since 2022 when the Astros won their second title. Yes, against Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that. And I know I did. And it was on a Saturday night, the same night when LSU beat Alabama. Mason Taylor just won that game on 2-pointer. Yes, against Roll Tears Roll. And sorry, Jessica Lee Johnson. Yeah, if you're watching this about Alabama LSU 3 years ago, yeah, cover your ears and move on. By the way, Alabama's playing. I think Alabama's playing this Saturday. If I'm not wrong, let me check it out before we go. No, I'll check it out. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you guys again. Hopefully tomorrow night after the game. I will make a video of NASCAR's Championship 4 Craftsman Trucks and the last Xfinity before they move to O'Reilly Auto Parts and the Cup Series, because I would make NASCAR videos ever since. I mean, him and Reinhardt, I've seen your videos a lot with video vlogs with NASCAR topics, NHRA. I mean, yes, I'm a little bit of NHRA, not that much. I know Formula 1, I know IndyCar, I know NASCAR. You're better than me. My friend. And then same with Bud Media, as always. Ryan Case on Sports Wars with basketball, football, baseball, all that stuff. Same with Black and White Sports, Rhodes, and John Matrix. Oh yeah, Game On with Will. Yes, I need to check his video out because I think he made a video about the longest World Series game ever. And shout out to Will if you're watching this from Game On. So. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think, guys. Peace. I'm out. It's almost midnight later on. Until the next time. Yes, thank you, Vladdy Cordero Jr. Yes, cannot wait till the Dodgers tears sweep their own rolls. And Darwin, before I go, he sent me a message. He's a Dodgers fan. Like, what the hell are you doing, Darwin Pierre Lewis? Dodger? Aren't you a Yankee fan? And hell, even he's a Mets fan. Anyways, tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Until the next time.